up and show out for MIBR. They're on the attack side of this pistol.
And there's no better map for them to potentially start on. Their Icebox has been unbelievable. 5-0 in VCT Americas.
Keiko going to be challenged early, and cortezia actually looks a little worse for wear. Backing up, giving some space. There's Penny already in front of a home crowd, delivering paTiTek through the walls, able to find two. That leaves Verno and xenom with it all to do.
Verno getting up top right now with a shift. They're going to always want to press forward. They need to get a kill before they can even try to plant. But Verno's just going to get caught on the side.
Nats is just a little too clever for that.
Version 1 at Reykjavik years ago. And we have not seen him at a tier 1 level since then. It was a slow decline. He eventually joined up with G2 and challenged. That's your very standard util early. There we go from cortezia. paTiTek punished for the jump up, and now Jern going to get additional info towards the site. Would love to force Camo off this angle with the Outlaw.
Camo giving another option just to fall off those up lines. Outlaw in hand in this round though. Snakefire here to try and canvas the point, but it's Camo down already. It's the Outlaw. Now the game, Cove thrown up by Keiko, hoping to make some use of it, but aspas is ready to fight him in this site. Team Liquid have been denied, and all their good guns have been knocked out of their hands.
The critical reason of why MIBR have had so much success on this Icebox map is how well they play around the harbor. Aspas blind drone going deep. Penny wants to entrench inside, doubled up with paTiTek. Here comes that ultimate.
Aspas goes up to 410 as well, looking for a bit of an angle around, but Penny dealt with cortezia pretty comfortably. Through the wall, wrap around the corner, it's going to be Verno, artzin, and aspas have a crossfire, and that was clinical deconstruction of Liquid's defense here. Camo's on the outside looking in, and he'll be pursued by young Verno.
Nightmare. Team Liquid could certainly just want to get out and wait for that spike to be tapped, then get back in with this.
Killjoy set up for Liquid, so they can't just stick a turret here and watch for this push-up kitchen. This could be a problem for the defenders.
Peel away from that A side, given that he's all the way up here, but Nats, oh, he catches xenom. Will he
dissuaded MIBR from drifting over in the B direction to play behind his Viper wall.
Team Liquid, however, they are aware the wall is going to come up. Recon clears out back yellow, so aspas knows he's safe to move forward. High tide there, rather, is going to cut things off. Interrupter's Fury, disrupting.
And counter and Chew definitely brewing. Without the Viper, of course, MIBR can still make use of the harbor wall to get in here. Keiko is down. Nats fighting in the side. Glancing blow from that Blade Storm, still wants to challenge aspas and rips him a new one. artzin a little on the lower side as Penny's been able to pluck Verno out of formation. So MIBR down to the youngsters. That's cortezia in a 1 versus 4. paTiTek spotted playing out in the open. Penny has the spacing to swing off of it.
Plus a reckoning to try and keep this momentum going. Break the Team Liquid economy. Verno one tag.
paTiTek in danger. Verno converts it. That had to be a rendezvous there from Camo up to Rafter. He's able to avoid that third shot of damage, but now the reckoning comes in because artzin had them rolling, and that's forced TL out of the site.
This site should be taken for free. This spike should be going down for free, and then they have the lockdown after the fact. Counter reckoning. Team Liquid, they want to go in fast at the moment, but they're denied by that Molly temporarily.
They respect it. Now going to make the win through Rafters. MIBR have the hot foot. They've got to keep moving. aspas just can't connect a shot as artzin on 410 now. Nats will show himself in theory. Just in time, artzin can connect. Verno and xenom now have to lock it down. Camo low in the back corner. And it's on Verno. Newest addition to MIBR. Keiko got it to half. One bullet in the chamber, it's not enough!
Sight, and why not? They are very good at it, and they've got the lockdown to free things up. What a shot from Keiko. Able to drop off, get man advantage to play for retake again.
And MIBR, well, they've got the lockdown in, that's fine. Once more, TL respect it. Looking to retake now with a player advantage. Flashes or no, they're going to be favored.
Pretty unique plant spot from artzin. Doesn't actually have to use the cove for any level of safety. Cascade to assist xenom, who's playing so far forward.
Don't get in my way.
Covered off the push into screens. Here comes a Viper's Pit from the back of the site, in theory to give TL a way in. artzin, he has got Camo dead to rights. That was xenom. Able to find him, and Keiko now needs to find a timing to get out of this pit, but it has been rough. You can see TL don't necessarily have the tools to break in. Now already they're looking to stack this big side. They've been knocked down to just a hero rifle for Keiko. Cascade up to give MIBR a little bit of a base of operations on the B side, but they're not convinced.
Team Liquid have got 4 players here, plus Keiko deep down mid. MIBR, they are pretty straightforward when it comes to this attack map, so why not stack? Recon instantly broken. Obviously, Team Liquid, not the greatest weapons, actually spam through.
And they're inside the side. This is exactly what MIBR wanted. Trap them in with a high tide. Reckoning for Keiko. No plant yet. 48 seconds in the round. Though Penny's going to drop down and get the better of Verno. Keiko, swing! It's good! Xenom dealt with. Cortezia.
Stack investment into the operator for Penny, one of the OG great offers of the NA Valorant scene.
Verno plays off of that dart yet again. Another Hunter's Fury deals with the Harbor.
30 seconds left.
There's just no way. I mean, does he try to go in front of it? He's going to get stunned up by the Reckoning.
How's he supposed to hold an offline in the Reckoning? It's not possible.
Welcome to my
Just has to play safe. Spike is going to go down.
Oh no! Off screens. Aspas had an opportunity. Camo chunked low, but no finish. Back into the pit he goes. MIBR taking a more defensive stance now inside this Viper ult. paTiTek has found Verno right at the back at Belts. Camo's going in. He's low enough as it is. It's all the same to him if he decays somewhat to try and take this fight. Nanoswarm on the spike location itself. Camo down, but he was low. artzin being pressured now. Another one from paTiTek from long range. And there's Nats. He's in the thick of it. Decay down, and now the pit is gone. xenom's able to find paTiTek, but that's not nearly enough. A brilliant retake from TL. Again, multiple controller ultimates to fight through.
Multiple players who, yeah, they do. They've got Camo watching Belt, but aspas, top tube. Nats could be under a lot of pressure.
cortezia as well might swing at the same time. Nats is overwhelmed. There's not much he can do. It's a verified high-low setup thrown out there by MIBR. And Keiko lingers too long in mid. xenom's starting to gobble them up now.
That's a beautiful piece. We're playing a position like back snowman, perhaps. There's just never going to be an angle to actually get a kill here with the operator.
Camo made the right choice coming to this site. Penny now going to make his rotate through as they've confirmed it, but artzin sticks the plant. Now MIBR arranged themselves over around green and yellow. Save. MIBR have made this a real competitive half. On that tailwind. Penny now is going to be here for the long haul as it stands, and artzin walks into his line.
Spike down.
That's a spike drop too.
That information is crucial. MIBR, they like going for this double lurk with both their Viper and the KJ working mid. Oh, paTiTek too nowhere.
Oh man, cortezia was hoping at least to be able to help from window should it be required, but didn't expect Keiko to be in kitchen as well. Big mid presence this round for TL, maybe a response to what we just saw from MIBR. But a stunning start for the EMEA squad.
They really are aware as to how MIBR love to play this area of the map. There's multiple lurks. Keiko is on one right now. The aim is just cross with artzin right now.
But if artzin gets overwhelmed, aspas doesn't have a safe retreat angle. He'll have to stay. Off the line, he gets pushed into the cloud burst. aspas, okay, realizes Penny's there. One shot is good, but Penny emerges with a headshot immediately with a ghost. cortezia has to get in here. But paTiTek has slapped him back down to a paltry 8 points of health, and Keiko gets the plant.
These players are so weak right now for TL. Having to wade through a lot of that Viper utility. They were in some serious danger. Recon available for Verno, going to go back yellow. Can it be played off of effectively?
xenom is walking up on this. He'll have two angles to watch, but Camo's made some noise, and it's an easy finish now to wrap around. He's going to try and do it all. Here's Verno, young gun. Not
today, as sharp as ever. One of the most talented mechanical shooters coming from Europe. Putting on a show, both pistol rounds right now converted for the side of maybe go for the full retake if that's an opportunity they might have.
The high tide, aspas gets ahead of it straight away. Cloudburst here for Penny to play, but aspas is going to go over the top. Camo's down. Oh, it is! What? Vamos aspasin! Massive three-piece. paTiTek and Keiko now have to pick up the pieces. And aspas is still looking for more.
30 seconds.
He has come alive.
One enemy remaining.
Verno will supplement his effort earlier on. 4 for aspas.
Really close to an engagement.
cortezia might give them one, but is he aware of Nats shoved up here? Can't find the correction in time. Nats is going to ask for more. Verno eats the vulnerable and hopes to have an opportunity, but it does not present itself. Nats is out of there.
And all the while with that mid-action. Okay, artzin does catch out Penny on the retreat. This is getting awkward. Nats is everywhere, taking duels.
xenom, though, we rarely expect that second player up tube. MIBR are also emphasizing their defensive efforts in mid.
Look at aspas, he's on the long flank right now, but
There's a trade
paTiTek aware.
Maybe spotted out by the trademark. Some sound made. paTiTek, patient, waiting on this. aspas! Can't run back. I guess the nasty spray transfer. xenom through the wall. Timing hurts him though. Camo deals with him. And now the push up over towards Crows. There's Verno.
Daring them to face. Oh, pinged out.
Spray this one. cortezia steps up. But Verno at least is able to complete the trade. At the moment, xenom here starting to think about drifting back towards the epicenter of the action, which is Nats here with the Outlaw up tube.
It is remarkable that, oh my
What a wide
aspas
swing.
just facing into the open, gun down.
Keiko handles him comfortably, but there was another gun trained on aspas anyway.
All right, high tide is going up. Counter high tide from
What is Nats doing?
artzin. Verno is trying to entrench himself into the site.
30 seconds
Blood is
left.
on the
How?
spiral.
How?
Oh no! Nats! He's in the walls! And now he's sat right up behind artzin. This is absolutely going to put the pressure on. Nats breathing down the neck of our sophomore IGL.
Look at this, there is a long flank from xenom coming around. He's just trying to ensure that he's not going to make too much noise, but the time is dwindling. artzin just really wants someone to overextend and push towards him. It's not going to come. He's going to have to be the one to get proactive. One of these MIBR players needs to make noise for the other.
He's going for it. Spotted Keiko, though, can't handle him now. Eyes over towards Raft, and Nats challenges him. Gets destroyed. But
This force from MIBR. There's just two sheriffs. artzin taking matters into his own hands. And now has a reckoning to play with. Rather, you know, he did already have it, but he will be able to fire that off when the execute comes in.
as far as stall utility goes, MIBR are well positioned, already having bought some time with that awkward situation for TL. They've recovered the spike and all drop down. They might look to take multi-faces as they contact now into the A site. First challenge will be on xenom, taken down artzin. xenom's able to find the spacing off of it at least, but Camo's gotten in there. Team Liquid now starting to scrap for the site, and it's only xenom standing under rafters. It's not enough for MIBR, this awkward buy.
VCT will deal a loss to MIBR on Icebox.
cortezia.
This outside Hunter Spirit coming through, Penny midair.
artzin handled comfortably, just one blade was enough to do it, but he had more where that came from. Another great Hunter Spirit from Verno, but it's not going to be enough. Now to sight under full control of TL, and a fight this bit to make it that much harder for MIBR to get back in. It's now or never, boys.
High tide up right now, they're being delayed. Molly on to Camo, he's on the run, doesn't want to get shot down. Wall vulnerable up, MIBR, they're in backside. This is Team Liquid with more players, passive just in the pit, allowing MIBR to come to them. Pressure now on the spike.
Gives it a tap, draws the util out of TL, but there is still more. paTiTek has two shockies to play with. xenom ducks in, sees very little, backs out. Recon bolt comes through. Penny has his head ripped off. cortezia finds those shots.
Last player
And
standing.
on the spike is Verno. He's gotten it to half. Are they going to know he's going to be there? They're too busy dealing with the rest, but that's what a
Was just a staple for early sunset fight in elbow.
It's too early for them. The timing's off. They tried to throw a paranoia and play off of it, but Team Liquid were a second early for them. xenom and artzin just got overwhelmed.
Spike
Man,
planted.
losing another pistol. Ah, so brutal. They just don't enter these games with any level of momentum, but you have Verno alive. He has been the player for MIBR, the unlikely hero. A lot of damage onto Serial. But with just 3, how can they get back in? You have cortezia on that late flank, but there's so much delay from this dark cover now going up. And MIBR, they have nothing to really get through it. Maybe a recon.
You're kidding me! Oh man, inside the poison overdrops, and Nats is able to find. Yeah, have a.
To get some info in main, but yes, this is the breach nerf going away to the Sova. This is very relevant. Look at this hit from Camo all the way through Link off the fast lane. Relay bolt to press forward, but aspas shuts him down.
artzin though is dealt with. aspas can't really help trade that kill. paTiTek is in position, playing around this one way. Trapwire is also there, so MIBR don't have anywhere to go now. They're going to be pinched in this part of the map. They've got to fall back to halls, ideally. Keiko wants to take the fight to aspas, and he had his back turned. 4-0 for Keiko. Again, dominance showing on Icebox. He has stepped up massively. And our Serial doesn't have to do a damn thing. xenom is stuck here.
Team Liquid, they know it's definitely possible that a player is here. xenom with the first.
Now it's a matter of numbers. Overwhelm that position ideally, but xenom's able to TP away and still might look to take the fight. Cats Nation, do they have the answer? You'd better believe it. Verno and cortezia grouped up in link now. One last crack at this. It's bonus round, too strong for them. Apparently cortezia gets in though, through the cyber cage in the back of sight, gives it a tap. Verno decayed down, but healing up. Keiko steps out, wide swing from Human now. Nats has to clutch this away.
Scrap the Team Liquid brought out.
It was costly though, look at the weapons at MIBR. Stinger, Bulldog mixed in with the Guardian. xenom can't get value out of his weapon. Aspas is able to get away, and Camo took a pretty big hit in that exchange. The Dizzy going to create the spacing to get Aspas out properly.
Now being spotted out, Team Liquid still more than enough time to make a pivot. That dark cover to obscure anyone top mid who may have intentions of firing through, and now a noise cut as they go into market. Eventually they'll have to break this strip, give up the game. Low HP Camo, maybe he can make some space and can trade it off.
There it is, cortezia, Seal with paTiTek both go down. Nice little setup here.
Spike down.
artzin, Bulldog a little bit wayward. Leaves Verno in a clutch position again and need to... That's set up by this early engagement. Camo ends up going quite low. In fact, there are two players that die to a shock dart in this position, but Verno wants to fight instead of use that util. Fighting forward, artzin also with a decent timing.
Cycled. Team Liquid, they do love to go for these deep wrap site executes, using the neon to get through, one of the other sides.
There's a timing. There's a timing for Verno here through spawn, spotted by Camo, who'll now get ahead of it into Boba.
Oh, I love this from MIBR trying to get control of B-Main. This has to be a trade from aspas, and he connects with the rocket.
Now we can double back. There's action over at B. Camo is in that site. Nat's also causing problems towards the top of mid, but Verno again! He's the kryptonite of the champion of old. Drop down to 4 with that spray. Hardest Fury, though, has been developed.
And it's going to be read by Verno as the spike gets tapped. Team Liquid wanted to bait this out. You still have aspas in B main. Oh, that connection was close. Aspas is a little bit weak, and he is biding his time. Team Liquid, they would love to be able to push for some space together rather than feeling encircled in sight. Was that just spray? Pure spam through. Verno only had 3-4 HP.
That's kind of devastating. Verno could still have been such a threat from that Boba position. Camo's still watching for it, but the moves are here in main and market respectively. xenom wants to head up towards Boba, but Camo is stuck on that line. It's going to be a tough fight for him to win. Aspas gives himself away now. Great paranoia for xenom to get him, and Aspas is dealt with. He would have had to fight. Camo wastes no time in pushing towards his A side. An overdrive at the ready. Rifle though in hand. Clear of that util, more than happy to be the blunt object to try and crack A open, but he's just the solo player. He can sell ice to an Inuit. xenom cleans him out, but now MIBR realize the action really is over on B, but it's a Viper's Pit post-plant already set up. Short-handed as TLR. They've got strong defensive positions.
That was a great trade from Verno. That flash was used early. I'm not sure if artzin was able to connect. Okay, just spam through. Normally with a pit down, that's a no access to sight moment, but Verno comes up.
He's not done either. Serial here trying to play from lobby. Serial killer, they call him, but cortezia.
Wall from that is so cool. They basically just give up link. They're going to let Serial play on that side late. Send everyone through elbow. We have most of the angles cut off. Matter of fact, let's just contact in.
Oh, wait a minute. Was Aspas trying to get up on the box there?
Probably for the best he didn't, because he was getting spammed through.
Maybe he just thought better of it not to. Into the side they are. Paranoia really hitting hard. Confusing here for artzin. Camo now will look to step out. Some good old-fashioned fights here, and it's, of course, blood for halls. So TL don't have to overextend. There's no undue risks that need to be taken here. Nats, though, getting chunked low with this wallbang spam, and Verno again is the one that puts MIBR on the board in this round. All out into the sun they go!
MIBR had been pressed back in a more passive position, so they can assume that Team Liquid are just walking into market right now, slowly, silently.
That cam from cortezia is designed to be able to look into B main as well. Rid of Keiko. Spraying through the dark cover here is MIBR trying to slow the game down, but Camo's gotten in and onto the side. This is now a problem. All of MIBR playing from Boba. They might try and flood in on off timing. It is aspas leading the way. xenom was able to get there with the classic Serial under pressure, but takes his. Now a beat, a break in the action. Reloads, aspas a little bit low. Shot down, takes Serial down to 10, and xenom converts. It's just Nats. No plant yet for TL. TP from xenom hurt as he gets back into Boba, and he shows a little bit of leg.
Spotted out, drone going to come in from Verno. Nats forced to dodge that for now. The Sova has not been able to recover a decent weapon. He's just got the classic Verno versus Nats again.
Verno shoulder peeks here, Nats is ice cold. He's ice cold. He's just got enough time to find the plant. Gets it in. Will be spotted out by Verno. It's time to fight. Verno is 35, very low, but he has to drop on Nats, who's watching the other corner. Ring around the rosy, but Nats now is convinced that this is the line he's looking for. It's the rounds they're chasing, Wyatt. They've been sorely looking for these conversions.
Out of this timeout, MIBR mixing things up for the first time, going for an aggro push right down mid. Serial might have spotted someone barely on the cross. It's hard to tell, but artzin, what is that? Just spray through the smoke?
I mean, they challenged the one-way. Team Liquid. I guess, yeah, there's a smoke at Link, so he just played through that.
Yeah, did the
nutty timing.
Did the dark cover not go down in time, Serial? Right. TL back in the round, but xenom fast on the trade.
I mean, you never expect this, right? MIBR flipped the map. Many of them playing over towards that tiles position still. artzin, though, has fallen all the way back to spawn. He knows the game plan is to give up this part of the map and go for a later crunch. paTiTek on the walk. Does he realize there are 3 players coming? Paranoia is going to force him off the line anyway. Pain Shell, he wants to challenge ahead of it, but then doesn't see a target, so back to box he goes. Keiko hit by the dizzy, flattened artzin. Beautiful, man. Finds a perfect timing to come back into the back.
Eyes on it.
Safer line, he's not one and done. Tark, but Camo doesn't care. Slides on in, detained though. Will there be a double swing? Yes, artzin overwhelmed. So the player advantage stands with TL.
Verno wants to get into the side. It looks like he wants to manifest an opportunity to at least find 1 kill, bring us into a 3v3 for the retake.
From the shadows there from Keiko. Back with the rest of the team now. Smoke to the top box of Ali, but cortezia will play just on the vestiges of it. Keiko coming! They've overestimated themselves, Team Liquid.
Spike down A.
A bit of a misassumption made about the position of the Cypher, and it's punished eventually. They bring cortezia down. Verno's comfortable in his element, you'd think. Serial's able to pluck him out.
Oh, he just assumed another player wouldn't be coming from elbow.
This is now Aspas's chance to show us where the heck he's been all week.
30
A
seconds.
1 versus 1, and he's dealt with by Serial on the pistol in that second half, so stay tuned for that one. We'll be back after this.
30 seconds.
From MIBR, this is looking like a classic B hit and leaves your... Well, okay, well, Cypher's left in the dirt on tiles, actually. That is so tough. artzin now trying to scale into sight. Recon going in the back, dizzy through the wall. Can anyone actually capitalize off of it?
Going for it, doubles back though, doesn't like what he sees, and that's because there's 4 players from TL looking straight at them. A veritable firing squad set up by the EMEA team, and Serial goes from strength to strength. Verno gets his and more, that's the question. It's xenom down at 2. 0.
paTiTek unless it gets broken, but when they come out of elbow, Keiko is on the perfect angle to get an opener.
Crossfire broken up though, this is scary for paTiTek. He's hit with the paranoia, but oh, aspas taken down, Keiko's on the box, and that wasn't smoked for. 1 for 1, xenom Sheriff claims him, but Camo now is dug in and ready to deliver.
Last player
cortezia,
standing.
first casualty in the last round, now has to go big to clutch it. Just a stinger, almost enough for Nats, but not quite.
I mean, there could be a drone to clear this out from Verno or a recon. Dizzy, oh, that ult is great.
Okay. Good fast lane to get off the line. Needs to still find a good application for that Bucky, but comes out of that engagement unscathed.
artzin getting pretty close to the thrash. Team Liquid, they have 3 players here again.
Walking this again. Okay. Oh shit, I'm punished for going for the orb. Nat's ready to cover.
Spike
That is
down
just
A.
centimeter perfect.
These trades are just coming too slow from MIBR. The swings are getting watched for. I mean, I'm sorry. How has that timing occurred? Maybe cortezia can be the hero. MIBR, they want to pivot over towards him, but Verno's facing in mid.
Okay.
Beautiful tap.
A multi-face coming out of Verno, though. Look at that cool calm collector, but couldn't quite convert. Still evens up the game with cortezia. A wedge driven in between TL and that B side they hope to defend.
Verno maintaining hero status
30 seconds
for
left.
MIBR. It has been him keeping them in this game.
Kid is unreal.
It has been all about him. His clutches, his taps, open facing multiple players. This has to be converted by the duo of aspas and cortezia.
Surely you can expect aspas to step up and land this plane.
Grenade!
Into market.
Last player
Swings it, and there it is. Nats is handled. Keiko's good for this. He's more than up for it. 12 and 8 over the course of the game. But cortezia and aspas are doubled up for it. Little swing, little peek. There it is. MIB
Having to pay dearly for each one of these rounds.
Keiko was able to avoid that recon, so he's still set up with Camo Paranoia into the relay. Balled up, just Fury as well.
More, they want more.
Beautiful trap play to find an early advantage. Look at Nats even walking down mid into tiles.
And the spike is loose on the wrong side of the one-way. aspas has to find a way to recover him. Nats on that walk.
And he's just thinking, why is he even here? paTiTek timing xenom with the jiggle peek. cortezia wondering how to see round 18. The rest of the team won't be able to get too much anyhow with artzin being pretty low.
Foolish.
All right, good shot.
All right,
Stay
clear
alive.
into market first and foremost. Paranoia comes out though by TL to slow up MIBR from filtering in behind it, but they're still going to assume this space. 2 players in Boba, 1 anchoring the site for TL.
TL trying to get actually back into the site right now very quickly, playing around Nat's Viper wall. Man should be able to get the spike down.
Serial heard the pitter-patter a little feet, but had to respect the mosh pit at his own.
Thrash isn't done with you.
Another thrash usage here, a reprise performance. Trapwire caught. Looks like he gets to the back of the site. Nats is taken out. Kamoki with an outlaw. Can't quite connect enough of that damage. And all the ultimates employed by MIBR. This was their Hail Mary round. And it looks like they're set to convert. aspas with the fadeaway shot on paTiTek, and Camo's outlaw has a fair bit of application here, but it's a stacked deck against the EMEA squad. Camo's playing up close. It smacks of a one and done, but he's got the speed to get out of the smoke at the very least.
The thing is, the existence of that Bucky is pushing the rest of the team into Liquid, who are stacked up, market and mid.
Nat's got 1 kill in market now, falls back to the B side. TL, how do they get Camo involved with this Bucky? Nat's mid-rounding now. Keiko, what a timing. aspas again perched up on the kiosk in the 10th spot is taken down, and Nats has an opportunity here to really ruin the day.
30 seconds left.
Just Verno again. How much can you ask this guy to do? Our drone, though, is going to force him to respect it somewhat more, so maybe a loosened grip on A for TL. Fast lane, paTiTek that wants to hang around. He knows the death blow is there. The Damocles sword hangs above MIBR as they await their fate. cortezia has to get them out of here. Neural theft to see Keiko and Serial lining up for a double face. Into the hope of